I will be discussing speech writing with you, and I am sharing the audio link right now. I have already shared it in your Google Classroom. I am now sharing the screen right now with you. It is getting processed. Wait a bit, let it get processed. Now, yes, Shinjon, is it visible to you? Speech writing, a few valuable tips. Okay, fine. So I will be discussing this one first, and then I will be proceeding to some more important guidelines related with speech writing. Now, let's start. I am moving on to the next slide because it is written speech writing, a few valuable tips. Okay, now I am moving on to the next slide. Okay, some points are given. Is these points visible to you clearly, Shinjon? Can you see these points clearly? Is it visible? Okay, fine. Thank you so much. Now let's come to the first point. As been told already earlier, that important valuable tips. So let's start. Point number 1. Make sure you use language which is suitable for the audience you are addressing to. Yes, that means complicated language should not be used at all. You should use the language which is very simple and which everyone can access properly. Moreover, which everyone can understand also properly and can access also in a right manner. See, use of complex vocabulary, complicated vocabulary or complex vocabulary for addressing children is not advisable. Now, use of complex vocabulary or complicated vocabulary for addressing children is not advisable at all. I am moving on to the second point right now. Use of quotes is highly recommended. You can give quotations, but remember, the quotations that you are giving, the quotation should be very much relevant to the topic on which you are solving the speech. Okay, so when you are giving the quotes, kindly make sure that it is relevant to the topic on which you are solving the speech. Okay, quotes can be used or quotations can be used at the time of commencement or as an ending statement. Commencement means, what does commence means? Commence means at the start. Okay, so quotations can be used at the time of commencement or as an ending statement. A quote in the middle of the speech would also be fine. Yes, if you want to give a quote in the middle of the speech, you can give, but remember, the quotation that you will give, it should be correct. Number 1, don't misquote. The quotation should be correct, and the quotation that you are giving, whether at the start or at the middle of the speech in your assignment, remember, it should be relevant to the topic on which you are attempting the speech. That means it should be very much interrelated with the topic on which you are writing the speech. Okay, now the next one, make sure you write in paragraphs. Yes, paragraph change is important, and remember, you should write in paragraphs. Okay, next one, practice previous year question papers. You have to practice the previous year question papers. Okay, previous year's question paper is very important. You have to practice it. Now I am moving on to the next slide. Read newspaper editorials or opinions. Reading of English newspaper is very important, particularly the editorial section. If you read the editorial section, you will develop your own personal opinion. Okay, so a reading of English newspaper is very important, and particularly if you read the editorial columns, you can develop your own ideas. You can actually develop your own opinions. That is very important. They give new ideas and opinions that may help during exam. And obviously, if you inculcate, okay, listen very carefully, if you inculcate those new ideas and opinions, it will help you during the exam time. Okay, now the next point is very important. This is a point that I feel like everyone should be very much attentive to. Plan before you pen. Okay, just make a list of all your important points on the rough sheet, last sheet of your answer booklet, so that you do not forget relevant points while writing. Yes, now what I'm trying to say is that in your answer copy or in your answer booklet on the rough sheet, try to jot down the important points. It is clear, Shinjan, what I'm trying to say? Try to jot down the important points, okay, on the rough sheet, on the last sheet of your answer booklet, so that you do not forget relevant points while writing. This also helps you in maintaining a sequence, which is very important. Yes, ultimately it also helps you in maintaining a proper sequence. Okay, if you jot down the important points on the rough sheet, or we can say on the last sheet of your answer booklet, it will help you to maintain a proper sequence, and you won't forget any relevant points, because the moment when you are finally writing it, at that time you can actually go through those points that you have already mentioned in the rough sheet. And this is a very important very important suggestion. This is a very important suggestion that every student should actually remember. Okay, now another important point is presentation is very important. Presentation is very important. Make sure you double check for grammatical accuracy and spellings. They carry marks. Yes, always check for grammatical accuracy and spellings. They carry marks. Leave adequate number of lines between paragraphs to make it look clean. Yes, adequate number of lines means while you are changing one paragraph and the next one, there should be a proper space, there should be a proper gap. Okay, so leave adequate number of lines between paragraphs to make it look clean. Now I am moving on to the next 2 points. More 2 points are there. Underlining the main points is very important. You have to underline the main points. Underlining the main points is very important. Now I am moving on to the next line. See, but it is advised to do it after finishing your exam. Yes, after finishing your exam only you do it, not every time. Use a pencil and scale for underlining. While you are doing the underlining, use a pencil or a scale. Okay, always have a few general quotes in handy. Always remember some quotes. Okay, quotations are important, so always remember some quotes. They help in presentation and shows that you are prepared. Ultimately it will help you in presentation, and ultimately it will show that you are all prepared. Okay, now I repeat the last point once again. Always have a few general quotes in handy. They help in presentation and shows that you are totally prepared. So these are some 12 important points, okay, that you have to remember. And now I am moving on to the next slide. Shinjon, is it clear to you up to this? You can ask me questions if you have any doubt anywhere till now. It is okay? You understood this? Okay. Okay, fine. So I am now moving on to the another important PPT segment, important guidelines. Okay, I guess you can see it is written format of a speech, instructions and guidelines. It is visible to you, Shinjon? Is it visible? Instructions and guidelines? Okay, fine. So I am now moving on to the next slide. And see, it is written heading. Okay, heading in a speech is very important. See what exactly it means. The heading should be catchy. Remember, always remember that the heading should be catchy and in not more than 5 to 6 words. Yes, it should not be more than 5 to 6 words. Okay, it should be very much catchy. Catchy, or you can say it should be very much attractive. Shinjan, could you please off your microphone a bit? There is a bit of noise. If you want to ask any question, then you can on it. Okay, thank you. Now let me continue. The heading should be catchy and in not more than 5 to 6 words. You can go as creative as you want with this one just make sure you do not devote too much time on it in the exam. Yes, now you can go creative with the heading part, but remember one thing, don't devote too much time in it. If you devote too much time, you will waste time. So prepare it, but don't take a lot of time in it. Next one, opening line. This is also important, very important, this one, opening line. This includes salutations, introductions and the topic. Make sure you do not mention your personal details like name, school name, etc. Please, no need to mention your personal details like name, school name, etc. Salutations, introductions and the topic must be mentioned in the opening line. But remember, always remember, you should not make any personal details. You should not give any personal details like school name, your own name, not needed. Okay, the school name will be given if it is related with the school based topic. Then the name of the school, sometimes it is given, and names are already given. Okay, name of individual is obviously given in the question, so it won't be a big issue. You can jot it down from there. Now, how to start? Okay, that is very important. That means how will you proceed? Okay, there is some formula, okay, or rather to say some important information. How will you proceed? Two ways. I repeat one more time, two ways you can proceed. Okay, by two different ways you can proceed. Number one, you can proceed in this way. See, I have given an example. Wait, yeah. Respected principal, teachers and my dear friends, exclamatory sign. Today I, name given in the question, whatever the name will be given, include that name. Stand before you all to speak on the topic, whatever the name of the topic is given, include that one there. This is one way. In many of the guidebooks or in many of the help books or companion books, you will find that mostly this process is followed. In case of speech that is related with school assembly, school based speech, normally you will get in your exam speech writing that is based on school. Okay, so school assembly that you have to deliver in the morning assembly of your school, like this type of topics you will get more. So this is the most applicable one, applicable or the appropriate format. Okay, respected principal, teachers and my dear friends, today I, name given in the question, stand before you all to speak on the topic, that is also will be given in the question. Or you could start with a quote related to the topic and then go on with the salutations and introductions. Okay, you can start with the quote related with the topic and then you can go on with the salutations and introduction. Okay, now that way also you can start your speech. Quotation, that is very much related, it should be very much related to the topic, and then you can go on with the salutations and introduction part. Now I am proceeding to the next slide. Okay, now the body is important. It is the main part of your writing piece. Body is actually the main part. Okay, body is actually the main part of your writing piece. It is always prescribed that you begin with a short introduction on the topic. Always it is advisable that you start with a short introduction. Okay, then you need to explain the current situation, the problems if any, and whether after any correlative actions or betterment in the situation has been observed or not. Suppose you are dealing with a topic that is related with demonetization. Okay, suppose you are dealing with a topic that is related with growing illiteracy or population explosion. So obviously you will highlight the current situation. Okay, you will highlight the problem and then what are the remedial measures that can be given, that one also you have to highlight. Okay, now another important thing, it may include advantages, it may include disadvantages. Now advantages it can include, or it can be related with disadvantages also. It depends upon the topic that is you are attempting, or it depends on the topic that is in the question. Now another important thing is that it is important you follow a sequence, a proper sequence you have to follow. It is possible that you have too many points or very few points. It can happen sometimes. Sometimes you get a topic that is very familiar to you and you have too many points, but you can't jot down all the points because number one, it will increase the word limit, and number two, there will be a wastage of time. So what should I do? You select the best ones, okay, and you write those. Okay, see here it is written, When you have a lot of varied points, okay, lot of points you have related with a topic, suppose it is better you choose a few best ones. Yes, better you choose few best ones and write a line on each, and then you write a line on each. In case you have very few already, explain them in at least 2 lines each. Okay, now the question is that if you have very few already, explain them at least 2 lines each. Suppose it can happen that you have very few points, and then you do one thing, explain those points. In that case, you can take 2 or 3 lines also to explain those points. Now remember one thing, you have to strictly follow the word limit in a limited time frame. So just do not go on writing and writing. This is very important, very important, dear students. Please do not go on writing and writing, because you have to take care of your prescribed word limit. Remember, the prescribed word limit is 150 to 200. So it is advisable that you strictly write within the prescribed word limit. And remember, you should not go on writing and writing. And remember, marks is 5. Format is 1. Content and expression will carry 2 marks each. That is 2 plus 2 is 4, plus format or the title will carry 1 marks. That is 2 plus 1, 4 plus 1, it is 5. So 5 marks is there. 150 to 200 is the word limit. Remember, creative writing, you have to be very cautious of what you are writing and how much you are writing. Okay, understood, Shinjan? You have to be very cautious about what you are writing and how much you are writing. Is it clear? Understood? Okay. Now I am moving on to the next slide. I guess the next slide is also visible. Just a minute. Yes. So I think the body part I have already discussed with you. So now I am moving on to this one. Yes, most important. I guess you can see it. Always begin with your strongest point. Remember, always start your write-up, always start your assignment, whether it is speech or whether it is notice or whether it is related with letter. Okay, any topic that is related with creative writing, it is advisable that you always start or always you begin with your strongest point. Okay, you can accommodate the weaker ones in between and end with another strong point. So this is important. You can accommodate the weaker ones in between and end with another strong point. So always start with a strong point. Feel free to give your personal opinion in 1 or 2 lines. Yes, you are free to give your personal opinions, but that doesn't mean that you will cover up half of the page. No, it's not like that. You can give your personal opinions in 1 or 2 lines each. It is very important that you do not deviate from the topic. Yes, it is very important that you should not deviate from the main topic. There are chances you may get ideas linking from one to another that may deviate you from the main point. You have to refrain from doing so. Yes, you may get some linking ideas, okay, link up ideas from one point to another, and that might lead you to deviate from the main topic. Okay, that might lead you to deviate from the main topic. You should not do that. Okay, you have to control yourself. You have to refrain from doing so. Now I am moving on to the next point, solution or concluding paragraph. Okay, this is important. Now it is to be remembered that wherever you elaborate a problem, you always have to mention the steps being taken to improvise the situation and suggest few solutions as well. Now suppose you are attempting on a very social problem that is there in our society. As I told, population explosion, global warming is a worldwide social problem, and illiteracy, growing poverty. So in that case, you have to mention few solutions also. You can't highlight the disadvantages, everything. Okay, that is definitely related. Okay, you have to write, that is okay. But at the same time, on a personal level also, you have to suggest a few solutions as well, because solution is important. You have to give some personal solutions on your own. Now it would be great if you could add a few quotes relating to motivating the people to take actions. Yes, some quotations you can use also. That quotations, as I told you earlier, it should be very much related or relevant to the topic. You can use it. and that will motivate the people also. Basically the job of a public speaker is very difficult because he have to remember all these things while he has to speak. But while you are writing, you can plan more properly, okay, because you don't have to give a speech in exam by standing on the podium in the school assembly. You have to write on it, so you can do some proper planning regarding that. Okay, now before I move on to the next paragraph regarding the strong, weak, strong theory, up to this, Shinjon, is there any problem or you understood everything? Frankly, you say there is no problem. I can make you understand again. Is it okay up to this, Shinjon? Is it clear to you up to this? Yes, Shinjon, it is clear to you up to this. Can you listen to me? Is it clear to you? Okay, fine. Okay, thank you so much. So I am now moving on to the next paragraph. Here also the rule of strong, weak, strong. This is the very important formula. Okay, just like the combination in a football field. Okay, it is like that. Okay, strong, weak, strong. This particular theory or this particular formula you have to apply. Okay, the rule of strong, weak, strong applies. But last but not the least, the concluding line, thanking the audience for their cooperation and their patience, that one also you have to keep in mind. If you see the solution, if you see my solution, thank you, this part I have mentioned at the very end on the left hand side, I mean after completing the entire speech. Remember, the audience's cooperation and patience is highly required. Okay, so that one should be mentioned. So strong, weak, strong theory is to be applied. Last but not the least, the concluding line, thanking the audience for their cooperation and their patience, has to be written properly. It is very important to conclude what you have started. Remember, what you have started, you have to conclude it properly. Never leave a speech or for that matter any of your answer open-ended. You are not writing a short story or a novel that you will keep it open-ended. Okay, never keep your speech or for that matter any of your answer open-ended. Write properly, write it totally. Okay, now that is it. Thank you for that reason. I guess you have understood it. Is there any problem that you want to share with me, or is it okay with you? Have you understood this one, this particular topic that I discussed today, Shinjon? Is there any doubt? Okay, fine. So now you can go back to your Google Classroom and you can give your attendance. I am meeting you there right now in Google Classroom. Okay, thank you for joining. See you again on Monday. Thank you, Shinjon. Thank you.